Last season, Tennessee took LSU by storm. Early game, big UT crowd. Tigers didn't know what hit them. Not sure that that's going to happen tonight with that Florida fan base.
Well, here's the thing. If Tennessee gets in and wins the first quarter, we've asked Kevin Simon, we've asked Josh Dobbs, we've talked to every VFL that's here in town, and they said, this is going to sound cliche, this is going to sound like a coach talk. They got to win the first quarter. If Tennessee can go down there and in the whole punch them in the face, get them. If Tennessee can limit turnovers and they can win the first quarter, go back and look at some of those big games Tennessee's lost late. It's because of the turnovers and they allowed the crowd to stay in the game. Pull the plug, like you said last year in Baton Rouge. Tennessee's going to find a way to be able to knock Florida off and improve to 3-0 on the year.
Haven't really talked about it, but I feel that is the key, how they get off to a fast start or not.
It's got to be.
To me, that's everything tonight.
It's got to be.
All right. What does Coach Heupel feel about going down there and playing in the AKA Swamp?
There's things that we do during training camp. We actually have, portions of our training camp where we work on the mechanics of playing in this type of environment. Guys have been good this week. You try to create crowd noise and simulate those things. Obviously, the environment is tough to completely simulate here in practice, but we work through all those things. We got to handle it in a really positive way.
Speaking of positive way, and Tyler mentioned this earlier, Coach Heupel will have starting center Cooper Mays back. Not sure how much he'll play, but he is available to play tonight against the Gators.
It's still a little humid outside. When you hear from Kyle Granger coming up about what the weather's going to look like, is this guy not only in game shape, but I think this is a fair question, is he in Heupel shape? Because how fast they run. It's fair.
Right.
He hasn't participated except the first week of fall camp. If he can stay in and actually get his legs under him, it's good to see that Ollie Lane, who has been very, very good at that position the last 2 weeks, might be able to fill in for Cooper if there is an issue when it comes to conditioning.
All right, talk a little bit about Coach Heupel. What a job he's done. The year before he got here, the Vols were 3-7. Since then, they are 20-8. Let's put up this graphic right now, folks. Of the active coaches with at least 25 games coached, Heupel has the 6th best winning percentage.
Oh, this is
Ryan
good.
Day of Ohio State, Saban, Smart, Sweeney from Clemson, Harbaugh at Michigan, and there's Josh Heupel.
What do all these coaches have in common now that Josh has been added to the list? Compete for national championship, always wins national championships, is dominant right now, has won a national title, wants to win a national title, and then there's Josh Heupel. If Tennessee wants to win a national championship, if they want to flirt with the college football playoff like they did last year, hey, Rick, I'm not breaking any news. You got to beat Florida in the Swamp. The SEC is the best conference for a reason, and you got to go to tough places like Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. This is your first test of 3 this year if you want to see yourself in that Final Four come November.
You know what else is neat about Josh Heupel? He's an everyday guy. In fact, this week he was asked by a fan at Vol Calls, what superstitions, if any, do you have or rituals do you have before a game? Here's what he said.
Got one. I chew big red gum. I don't know why, but
How long has that been going on?
Since I was a player.
Really?
Yeah, it stayed with me.
You didn't chew while you were playing, did you?
I did, yeah. I never wore a mouthpiece.
So how about that? What? You will see fans next week showing up with packs of Big Red to get signed by the coach.
So first it was mustard bottles.
Now
we have gum packs. You know what, though? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it as long as it's not like Lucky Socks or Howie walks out or turns knobs. Chewing gum. Who would have thought? Good on you, Coach.
Oh, my.